Accidents caused by distracted driving are through the roof across the nation, and the Fairfax County Police Department is trying to do something about it. Officer Joe Moore from the Motor Squad is spearheading the department initiative to raise awareness amongst his fellow officers.
If you look back a long time ago, driving while intoxicated wasn't seen as that big of a deal. If that was acceptable 30 years ago, now it's frowned upon.
And that's what Officer Moore hopes to say about distracted driving one day, with statistics saying that 80% of crashes are caused by some form of it, whether it be texting while driving or cell phone use. The numbers are startling. But Moore knows it's not going to be easy to change perceptions within the public and the laws. But he is starting by meeting with different units in his own department.
What they found was 80% of the crashes that occurred were due to distraction that occurred 3 seconds prior to collision. This is not easy as writing a speeding ticket or writing, some sort of equipment violation. This takes a lot of watching, taking notes, mentally getting a case ready to go to court.
Officer Polizzi, a motorcycle officer, is leaving for patrol after the meeting and will now be looking for distracted drivers.
We usually sit on the side of the road and either run our laser or just observe cars, and then if they go by and you see a violation, it's easier for us to skim up the shoulder or right between the cars to get to the violator. So.
Even with more officers aware of the growing problem of distracted driving, like Polizzi, in states like Virginia, it is a secondary offense, which means it's very hard for police officers to enforce. Officer Moore realizes the difficulty in tackling such a new problem facing the roadways.
One thing to keep in mind is the burden of proof in court is beyond a reasonable doubt. So one thing that I do enjoy about my coworkers is that we go at even like a traffic offense, we go in with 100% certainty that we can get a conviction.
I join Officer Ron Estrella of the Motor Squad today on his patrol route. Officer Estrella is an 18-year veteran on the department and realizes the spike in distracted driving crashes is something that needs to be tackled, but admits it's a new concept for everyone to understand.
Well, it's all kind of brand new to everybody, even the police department. So that's why you're seeing the roll call training and everything that's going on. I don't think, like what you heard in the classroom, I don't think that the public knows the danger that they're putting themselves into and everyone else into by texting and driving and all these distractions that they have going on.
Just up the road, we see Officer Polizzi has already pulled over a driver in the rush hour traffic. All around us, drivers are speaking on cell phones, texting, changing CDs, and even reading newspapers. Statistics show that using a cell phone while driving, even a hands-free device, has the same effect on reaction time as a blood alcohol level of 0.08. As various officers told me, all they want is for drivers to just drive. But with many drivers seeing their commute as a time to do other chores like text, or their makeup or read, there's no wonder why distracted driving accidents are up.
Most people aren't really paying attention to what they're doing anyway, so most people will speed right by you. I get passed all the time on a motorcycle in uniform, and people never even see me.
Officer Estrella spots a driver who's not only texting, but is also reading office documents from a clipboard, as well as having other violations on his car.
All right, let's go ahead and pull him over right over here then.
Estrella pulls the violator over for not only the violations on the car, but for not paying attention to the road. Anything that would endanger other drivers is the officer's highest priority. And that's what the roll call meeting earlier wanted to emphasize to the officers about distracted driving.
Okay, can I see your license and registration?
With more than 87% of the population cell phone subscribers, the opportunity for drivers to use technology in their cars has never been greater. With all the benefits that come with devices like GPSs and cell phones, there are also risks. Statistics show that text messaging increases your chance of crashing 16 times. This driver had a flawless record, and so Officer Estrella lets him go.
I don't think that would fly in court even with what we saw. We'd need something a little bit more than that.
With cars getting even more fancy, and selling points being the technological bells and whistles, like internet and satellite TV in the console, technological distractions will only be on the increase.
They're making more technology and adding it to cars, and it's making it more dangerous to drive.
In hopefully the near future, a strengthening up of our texting laws in Virginia. Give them a little more teeth, maybe make it primary.
And to spell out for police officers and citizens what is expected of them when they drive.
I would love to see years from now people look back and see old movies of people texting and driving, or old, TV commercials and stuff like that, and think, I can't believe we ever did that.
For now, police officers like Estrella are going to be more vigilant when it comes to distracted drivers.